Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Red Dead Saga, where we play Red Dead Redemption 2 and tell cowboy stories. Sorry I missed last week. I was sick, and I didn't figure you guys wanted to hear me all nasally. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but I'm doing a lot better now. That being said, we will continue the stories of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. This next bit is, honestly, it's more Wyatt than Doc, but Doc was involved in all of this. But this is what happened after Morgan's murder. And Wyatt and Doc went on their vengeance ride, as it has been called numerous times. But the day after Morgan's murder, Deputy U.S. Marshal Wyatt Earp formed a posse made up of his brothers James and Warren, Doc Holliday, Sherman McMaster, Jack Johnson, along with Texas Jack and Don Tipton, to protect his family and pursue the suspects. He paid them about $5 a day to do this, and they were out for a little bit. That was a decent amount of money back then.
Very true. In that case, I'm an idiot.
They took Morgan's body to the railhead in Benson, and James accompanied it to the family home in Colton, California, where Morgan's wife and parents were waiting to bury him. The posse guarded Virgil and Allie to Tuscan,
I ain't no such thing.
Prospective new partner.
where they had heard Frank Stillwell and the other cowboys were waiting. We'll go ahead and let these guys talk, and then we'll finish this next bit, because it gets real interesting.
Of course. Look at us. Honest as the day is long.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what. Let us prove ourselves.
Prove ourselves? To this clown? What you talking about?
Good day, Hosea. Good luck with your business dealings.
Listen, he's rough and ready and quick with his tongue, but I swear you can trust him and trust me.
I'm an old man.
You're not old, Seamus.
I'm old enough. And you know why I ain't dead?
You don't trust idiots.
Exactly.
We're not idiots. Let us prove it to you.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Arthur.
Old Bob Crawford and his boys just bought a beautiful stolen stagecoach from upstate. It's in their barn. Now you go get that, and then we can work together.
Who's old Bob Crawford?
An acquaintance of mine.
So you want us to take out your competition?
Well, he's not just an acquaintance, but a cousin. By marriage. I also want to see if you boys got what it takes. Now, you survive that.
Where is he?
Well, he's in a farmhouse just northwest of here called Carmody Dell. It's just up the train tracks as you're heading up towards Fort Wallace. There's also some money in that house, but that's your business, not mine. But don't kill nobody. Folks know we ain't intimate no more, and they'll know it was me.
But you're fine with us robbing your cousin.
By marriage. And yes, I'd love it.
You heard the man. Let's go rob his cousin.
By marriage.
All right. Oh. Up in Tuscan, Frank Stillwell and some other cowboys were waiting to kill Virgil.
Lead the way. He said the place is just northwest.
So the next morning, Frank Stillwell's body was found alongside the tracks, riddled with buckshot and gunshot wounds. Wyatt and 5 other federal lawmen were indicted for the murder of Frank Stillwell. And the Tuscan Justice of the Peace, Charles Meyer, issued warrants for their arrest.
Could have played that better, couldn't you?
The Earp posse briefly returned to Tombstone, where Sheriff Behan tried to stop them, but he was brushed aside. Hairlip Charlie and Warren remained in Tombstone, and the rest of the posse set out for Pete Spence's wood camp in the Dragoon Mountains.
Guess you're right.
Come on, it's not like he's asking us to rob a bank.
Spence was absent when they got there, but they did find Indian Charlie and killed him 2 days later after they stumbled into the camp of William Braucus. I can never say his name right. And this was at Iron Springs. Now, according to reports from both sides, now this is the fun part. This is where this story really starts to get interesting. According to reports from both sides, the two sides immediately exchanged gunfire. The Earp party withdrew to find protection from the heavy gunfire, except for Wyatt and Texas Jack. And Texas Jack's horse was shot. Curly Bill fired at Wyatt with a shotgun, but missed. Wyatt had protected Curly Bill, this is some past stuff. Wyatt had protected Curly Bill from a lynch mob like 18 months earlier for the murder of Marshal Frank White. But Curly Bill missed him, and Wyatt returned fire with his own shotgun, hitting him in the chest from about 50 feet away.
That must be the place up ahead. We should go
causing him to fall into the water's edge where he died. Wyatt fired his revolver, mortally wounding Johnny Burns
Leave your horse near these
in the
trees
chest
over here.
and wounding Milt Hicks in the arm.
Let's see what we're dealing with. Come on.
Texas Jack tried to retrieve his rifle that was wedged in the scabbard underneath his fallen horse, and it exposed him to the cowboy's gunfire, but Doc Holliday helped him get to cover. Earp told biographer Stuart Lake that both sides of his long coat were shot through, and another bullet struck the boot of his heel. Ed Colburn wrote in a letter published in the Ford County Globe on May 23rd of 1882 that he had visited with both Earp, or with brothers Earp, good Lord, that he had visited with the Earp brothers in Gunnison County, or Gunnison, Colorado,
Okay.
in the letter, and he relayed Earp's story about his overcoat
Wait until morning when I'll head
that
over
had been hit on both
distract them by
sides
putting on a little show
of his body,
while you sneak into the house, find what you can,
and had
then
been
get the
charged with
stagecoach.
buckshot.
What do you think?
In the letter, he wrote that
Let's do it now.
the saddle horn had been splintered
I reckon we're
and
ready.
his coat hung in
go.
shreds. There were 3 holes through the
Maybe
leg
take
of
a
his
peek through the
trousers,
windows
5
before you
holes
go
through
in.
the crown of
Make sure
his
it's all
hat,
quiet.
and 3 holes through the brim. This is a lot of gunfire to not hit a man. Earp was finally able to get back on his horse, and he retreated with the rest of the posse. And one thing that has always added to the mystique of Wyatt Earp is that in all of his gunfights, in all of these, he was never hit. He was never wounded in any of his confrontations. He was just a lucky man. He was a very, very lucky man. It's just interesting that, I mean, the bullet is a deadly thing as it is, but for him to come through unscathed as often as he did was just amazing. Now, the coroner reports credited the Earp posse with killing Frank Stillwell, Curly Bill, Indian Charlie, and Johnny Burns in their 2-week-long ride. Now, in 1888, Earp gave an interview to the California Historian, during which he claimed to have killed over a dozen stagecoach robbers, murderers, and cattle thieves in his time as a lawman. Which, like we've talked about before when we're talking about the kill counts and stuff like that, that doesn't really seem like a lot. But that's actually a lot. When you look at movies, you think, man, just 12 people, that's not really that much. But in reality, that's a lot. It was quite a few. Now, Holliday and the 4 other members of the posse were still facing warrants for the murder of Stillwell. and a group elected to leave the Arizona Territory for the New Mexico Territory and the Colorado Territory. And Wyatt and Doc, who had been fast friends, finally parted ways. It wouldn't be the last time they saw each other, but it would be one of the last times that they saw each other in life. And we will pick the story up there. We'll finish out Doc's side of the story, and then after that we'll finish out Wyatt's side of the story, and we'll wrap this whole thing up. It's been a real treat telling the stories here about Wyatt and Doc, and their friendship, and how they got along in life. It's been a much longer story than I expected. I knew there was a lot to it. I knew it was going to be multiple episodes. I didn't expect it to be as many as it has been. But I'm actually kind of happy that it has been a lot of episodes. There's only, and I mean, I've left out so much here and there. I'm just trying to really hit the major high points that everybody wants to hear, and so on. There's so much smaller detail in all of this that I could talk about Doc and Wyatt for 20 episodes easy. But I appreciate y'all sticking with me and listening to me tell these cowboy stories. It's what I like. I very much enjoy doing it. So with all of that, I'll leave y'all to the rest of the episode.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. And have a great week.
Nicely done. We got everything we needed.
And I'm pretty sure they never even knew I was there.
This way. Less problems the better right now. Just need to get this back to Seamus in one piece, and it's a good night's work. So what were you able to lift from the house?
Few bits and pieces. Nothing too fancy.
Well, we need anything we can get right now.
This was easier than hunting a 1,000-pound grizzly anyway.
No doubt. I won't forget that in a hurry.
I'm looking forward to your retelling of that one around the campfire.
It wasn't the first time Mr. Matthews had stared death in the eye, and as usual, he did not flinch.
Yeah, exactly. How long you think we're gonna stick around here for?
Not sure. Till we can't, I suppose. Feels like we're starting to get back on our feet, slowly but surely. Just need to keep at it. Dutch has a new money chest stashed in a safe spot away from camp, but it's a long way from being full.
I hope it's not stashed in town like we did in Blackwater. Even if we had to dump the money from the ferry, we could have at least got the rest out if it was hidden someplace else.
No, I think we've learned our lesson there. And a few other lessons besides.
I hope so, but I ain't so sure about that.
Okay, here we are. Just pull the coach into the barn there.
Yep.
Hello, Seamus. We met your cousins.
How was it?
Fine. Nice people.
Park that thing in here. Quickly. Nice work, Hosea.
It was mostly Arthur. Like I said, coarse but competent.
Here.
Thank you.
Find any other coaches that need selling. I'll see what I can offer you for them. But discreet, you know.
Of course.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
I'm heading back to camp, I think. You coming?
I'll catch up with you later.
Okay. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing? For the love of God.
Just want to get a drink. I'm parched.
Hell is your problem?
Good
You
morning.
got a problem?
How are you doing down there?
Morning, mister. Doing all right?
Yeah.
Morning, friend.
Out of my way. I'm not one. Come on.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Hello. How's that horse doing? I got space for you if you need stabling. We got lots of horses to choose from. You treat that well, and you'll have a friend for life. You must be a connoisseur. Excellent choice, sir. Enjoy.
Come on, and bring that horse back anytime.
Think I'm
Couldn't ask
interested in
for a
whatever
more
your
beautiful
problem
day.
is?
Well, goes wrong.
Good morning.
Good morning.
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 Yeah, that's better, boy. You're all right, boy.
Wow, been a while since you've been back, hasn't it? What can I do for you? Oh, wait. You're that fellow who had to fight with Tommy outside of Smithfield's?
Yep,
People are still talking about that fight.
I ain't.
Fair enough. Neither's Tommy. Anyway, how can I help you today?
Let me see what's
all right.
available.
This'll be here when you need it. Old Crawford, a carpenter. Modi Dell had a wagon stolen from his barn. Ain't sure it was his to start with, mind you. You'll be back, no doubt.
Well, hello there.
Hell.